So I had a package that came in yesterday. Meant to unbox it a little sooner, but let's go ahead and get into this. My last LG device I bought was the G4. It was plagued with issues, and so I skipped on the G5. I heard about the issues they had with the V20, so I didn't get the V20. So I'm about to give LG another shot. Hopefully there are no boot loops or anything like that. So let's get into it. So this is a T-Mobile variant, and I must say the box is pretty small. Like, box is really small. Let me go ahead and break the seal. And here we go. And there is the phone. So at least that's the front side of the phone. Here's the back. It does look good though. I guess, it's got that glass back here. You got your fingerprint sensor back there. You've got your 2 cameras. You've got your wide angle. You got your standard camera there. And as you see, this is quite a fingerprint magnet. Let me go ahead and boot this thing. So supposedly this fingerprint sensor also doubles as a power button. So let's go ahead and power it on. So we've got some juice here. It does feel good in the hands though, because it's a 5.7-inch screen, I believe, but it's a really tall screen. So you have the 18:9 aspect ratio. And we're going through the boot up screen. And I'm gonna go ahead and get it set up, and I'll be right back.
All right, so I've been using this phone pretty much throughout the day, off and on, since about 7:30 this morning. So this is the G6. My impressions firstly is the actual build, the design. I do appreciate LG taking the time to put this glass design, but however, I wish they decided to do, if they're going to do like the mixture of Gorilla Glasses, do away with that. Just do Gorilla Glass for front, back, whatever. Just do one consistent material. Don't try to mix and match them. But however, I still do think it does look nice. So for the most part, I've been using this for a little while. First impressions, the display, I do like the actual colors of the display here, just looking at it. I'm probably going to do a comparison video to actually see what this looks like in comparison to something else like the Pixel or Moto Z, just to see how the colors look. But so far, it's looking really nice. I've had some time to check some things out. The software, I haven't had any hiccups so far, but then again, this is day one. Keep in mind, day one phones, oftentimes day one, everything's lovely, but we're just gonna have to keep using this to see how it fares over time. And then I'll be giving you a final review on that, probably in the next 2 weeks or so. But so far, the phone's looking pretty good. I did charge it I did happen to charge it because I was using it on the charger and stuff like that, because it started off with a battery that was like 44%, and I used it till about 20 or so. Then I put it on the charger, and then took it off probably about an hour ago or so. And right now everything's pretty good as far as software. So you've got let's do a quick tour. So on the bottom, you've got the USB Type-C. I believe it supports USB Quick Charge 3.0. If I'm incorrect, it's 2.0, but I'll have that annotated at the bottom. On the side, you've got the volume rockers on the left-hand side of the phone this time, which is a little bit awkward for me on the left-hand side because I'm used to like phones on the right hand, but I can adjust, no biggie. You also, at the top, you have a headphone jack. So with that, other phones are ditching the headphone jack. So you don't have anything else on the right side other than the SIM tray and also micro SD slot. And speaking of the micro SD card, you're probably going to need it because it only has 32 gigs of internal storage, which I will be heading. Actually, I'll probably have a micro SD card coming from Amazon. I was going to say Best Buy, but I'm going to Best Buy to get a case for this thing because I need to protect the glass. And you've got a speaker at the bottom too as well. I forgot to point that out. So you've got a speaker and micro USB at the bottom. And I've tried the speaker. It's okay. It's acceptable. It's not the loudest you're gonna see, but it's definitely better than some other phones like the V8 Blade Pro. But overall, you know, you've got two 13 megapixel cameras on the rear. One's a wide angle camera, and the other one is your standard camera. And on the front, I believe you have an 8 megapixel front facing camera. And then what else do we have here? It's pretty much Snapdragon 821, 4 gigs of RAM, 5.5 inch 2K display, Quad HD display. And for the most part, those are the specs. But overall, the usage, you know, you've got your apps. I'm just going to get into some of the software. LG has an app called LG Smart World, where if you're into customization and things like that, LG Smart World is basically a hub that you can go. You can change your fonts. You can change the theme of your phone. You can also change the wallpaper. You have different wallpapers for different things, from soccer to Valentine's Day stuff, and you can, if you get this phone, you can look through it all, but I'm not going to go through all of those options there. You also have an app called Quick Memo, where you can just take a quick note of something. If you're ever and you need to jot down a phone number, or maybe something you need to commit something to memory or something, just jot it down to your phone. You can save it on Quick Memo. That's cool. And then you also have a QSlide app, which what that app is basically it's a kind of a snapshot. It's kind of a screenshot app that you can use to take. You can take a picture of anything, and then also you can detail on it. You can jot notes or something like that. You can caption it, do what you want. But yeah, those are some cool little tips and things. And I know it's been a while since I've used an LG phone, but those are some of the apps that I used to use. What else? I think that's pretty much about it. But so far, no performance issues. I haven't had any boot loops or anything like that. The phone hasn't really stuttered or anything like that. As I mentioned, the audio is pretty cool. The video, the 18:9 video, you have to kind of deal with the black bars on a lot of the videos now because there's not a lot of platforms that support it. So you're going to have to get used to that. Also did take some pictures. So pictures actually came out pretty crispy, pretty sharp. So that's good. That's a win here for LG. Y'all did a really good job with the camera. Also did a little bit of video footage too walking, and the video stabilization is scary good. Like at one point I even questioned myself, is this thing moving? So but yeah, the pictures came out really good though. As far as I took a couple pictures kind of in the front yard. I had like pictures of the steps, and I could see a lot of detail, a lot of color, and a lot of sharpness. So they did a really good job with the camera. The front-facing camera, it's okay, it's good, it's a pass, but I think the Pixel camera is better. So those are just kind of my thoughts. I know the video is kind of running a little bit longer than what I thought it would be, but those are just my initial impressions. I haven't really had time to really test the battery to find out the quality of my battery life based on what I do. I mean, I do a lot of social networking. I'm not like heavy like VPN type stuff, but I do a lot of social networking, gaming every now and then, pictures, some of that kind of stuff. And Marco Polo is probably going to be a drainer for me. I'm going to see if this is going to be a Marco Polo phone, because Marco Polo is like a video chat app where you're sending video messages back and forth. So. And of course, Telegram is a battery killer too, but we'll go into detail later on, and we'll see how well this thing does on a daily basis battery wise. So I will keep you guys updated, maybe a 72-hour video or something, or 1 week follow-up. But yeah, overall experience is pretty good on the first day so far. So stay tuned for more. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll post any comments for anything else you may want to see with the G6. So I'm open. So take care. Peace.